Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Mitch Rosner. I serve as chair of the UVA Department of Medicine, and I also serve as the chief medical advisor for the university's COVID 19 response. I'd like to talk to you today about a topic that we all know well: the importance of face coverings as part of our effort to slow the transmission of COVID 19 here and in the Charlottesville community. So, with the spring semester now underway, this felt like a good time to give you a quick mask update to let you know what's new or different. Before we do, I'd like to say a couple of quick thank yous. The first one is to you. Thank you for everything you've done so far to help us have a safe fall semester and to help us get off to a strong start for this spring semester. This truly is an effort that depends upon everyone looking out for each other. We can have a successful spring semester too if we continue to work together and we don't let our guard down. The second thank you is to my special guest in this video. Most of you probably know Brennan Armstrong. He's quarterback for the Wahoos football team, and we appreciate him lending a hand today. So I'm going to start with the most basic recommendation and request. Please wear a mask. Any mask is better than no mask. That's because COVID-19 is spread primarily in the droplets that we expel when talking, singing, coughing, and definitely when sneezing. A mask helps block those droplets both on the way out and helps another person avoid inhaling someone else's droplets. Masks are only effective if they fit and if they are worn properly. The mask should cover both your nose and your mouth, and it should fit snugly on the sides without big gaps that allow the vapors to escape. Just about everyone has more than one cloth mask at this point. The important thing about these masks is to check that they have at least 2 layers of fabric. A big question right now is whether 2 masks are better than 1 mask, and whether if you should double up on cloth masks. In a recent interview, Dr. Anthony Fauci said researchers are still figuring out if 2 masks are scientifically more effective than 1. But he also said that it's just common sense that if 1 mask is effective because it contains respiratory vapors, then a second mask would logically provide more protection. As long as they fit well and you can still comfortably breathe, then 2 cloth masks is a good option. Now, if the CDC makes that an official recommendation at some point, we'll let you know. Another option for most cloth masks is to use a filter insert. Many of these 2-ply cloth masks have an inner sleeve where you can insert a filter that offers more ability to block the vapors. You can see here that this is a very simple and easy option that can improve the effectiveness of your mask. So what about the light blue or yellow disposable mask that you probably have also used and definitely have seen? Now, not every light blue mask is a 3-ply mask, but many of them are. These masks are relatively thin, but they're also effective because, as the name tells us, they're constructed with 3 layers of material. The science on these masks isn't inconclusive yet either, but there is some evidence that they are more effective than the standard cloth mask. They definitely provide a better fit, as you can see here. On most of them, you can adjust the way the mask fits across the top of your nose for a really snug fit, and they are generally close fitting on the sides of your face. For this reason alone, these 3-ply masks might provide greater protection, especially when you are indoors and around other people. This kind of mask is pretty comfortable to wear with a cloth mask over it too. It's less bulky than doubling up on cloth masks and actually has more layers of protection. These 3-ply masks were not that abundant in the first months of the pandemic, but there are more of them in the overall mask supply now. And I'm happy to tell you that UVA has been able to purchase a good supply of them. We provided them to areas that are higher risk for viral transmission at first, and those included areas like facilities maintenance, parking, and transportation, and others. We're now in a position to make them available more broadly to students and people on grounds. You can pick up a pack of the 3-ply masks at any of the locations where UVA is currently conducting saliva testing. That includes the Central Grounds parking garage, the east gate of the stadium, the Claude Moore Health Sciences Library, and at the park on North Grounds. You can find these locations and more information at the Be Safe website as well. A 3-ply mask should last you all day or more if it doesn't become wet or soiled. Now, you might also be familiar with the heavy-duty N95 masks. These are used mostly in patient care settings, and the supply of them has generally been reserved for that kind of use. They are less comfortable to wear for long periods and are more difficult to breathe in than other masks. The CDC and other health experts have said, and we agree with this view here at UVA, that it's more important to encourage mask wearing overall than to consider recommending a broad use of N95 masks outside of healthcare settings. I want to thank you again for everything you are doing to help us and help each other through the pandemic. Thanks also to Brennan for his help with this today. The vaccine is welcome news, and we all look forward to eventually returning to more normal conditions. Let's hope it's sooner rather than later. Until then, keep your guard up and keep your mask on.